Testing 1, 2, 3. Testing 1, 2, 3. There we go. always helps to turn on your mic. Hey everybody, this is Vandal6Actual. We are back live for the second week in a row here on Monday night, and right now there's nobody here, but if anybody shows up here throughout the evening, they're in for what I hope will be a little bit of a treat here. We've got what we're going to continue to do here on this live stream every Monday night is we're going to play through my series that I've got going in 7 Days to Die right now, which is Blood Moon Blitz. And that basically is 7 Days to Die with 40-minute days and Horde Night every 4 nights. And we are actually coming into a Horde Night tonight. So we are going to be playing night number 12, and we're going to fight the Horde live right here on YouTube. After that's done, we've got a fun little game that I kind of happened across here. Just happened to be one of the free games at one of the companies out there, one of the big publishers, Epic Games, publishers of Fortnite, that they've been giving away free. It may still be free right now, I'm not sure, but if it is, I'd suggest you go out and go ahead and grab it. It's a lot of fun. It's called Death Coming. I played through a little bit last night just to kind of get familiar with it, and it's a lot of fun, so I'm looking forward to being able to play that one tonight. But we do need to go ahead and get into Blood Moon Blitz here. Because I want to go ahead and get this done. This is kind of the big draw here, so hopefully somebody will drop in here soon. This is only the second time that I've streamed live here, so still building that up. We don't have a whole lot of people on the channel at this point, a whole lot of subscribers. Trying to drum up some more interest in it here, and hopefully people will enjoy this, word will get out, and we'll start to have more people here more and more on Monday nights when we go ahead and do these streams. All right, looks like we've got Untamed Insanity who just showed up. Hey, how are you? Good to see you. Thanks for stopping by. I'm just about to go ahead and get into 7 Days to Die here. Actually got the game going and just loading up the world, so we'll be hopping over to that here in just a second. So what brings you in here on Monday night? Not sure that we've ever met, unless you're one of the folks that I've interacted with on Twitter. If you are, let me know who you are so that I can put the Twitter handle with the name here on YouTube. And thanks for asking. I'm doing pretty well. Hey, I get to play games and hopefully make a little bit of money at it at some point in my life. So this has been a lifelong dream for me. I've been playing games since I was 3 years old, and here I am about to turn 40 this year. So esports kind of started a little about 10 years too late for me and for the folks born around the same time as I was. All right, it is already morning. Let's just take a quick look around here, see where we are on things. We need food, we need some water, so that's not food. Food is over here. All right, you know what? I'm going to go ahead and use that sham chowder. All right, and I don't have any red tea on me, so we'll just grab a couple of these. And how are we on water? I didn't see. 142. We don't need any water right now. All right, we're going to get out of here and get moving. First thing that I got to do is I need to make sure that we're good to go with the Horde base. But I got to take care of whatever's destroying my base down there right now. So let's grab anything we need. And maybe later on we can get over to the trader and sell some of this stuff. Oh, hey, Kathy. Okay. I didn't recognize the name, but hey. Thank you for dropping in. I did see that you said that you might drop by, so I'm glad that glad you had enough energy to get over here for a little while. It's been a long day. It's been a long day here too. I wish this was my day job, but I'm a long way off from that. All right, Roger, come here. Come on. I don't remember that ever being there. That's a weird place for an end table. Oh, geez. They're getting through back here. All right, I'm going to go ahead and repair this really quick. I do have the hammer on me, so. Stuck in another state? How'd that happen? All right, let's get over to the horde base. Make sure that everything is kind of built up. For those of you who are gonna watch this, if you're gonna watch this after the fact, when I publish this as a separate video, please understand when I'm talking about things, I'm interacting with a live chat since I am recording this on a live stream. So I hope that y'all can overlook that. I'll try to edit out as much of that as possible, but at the same time, I want that to kind of be part of the video as well. So I definitely don't want that to be completely lost here. But I do understand how that could, take away some context and everything. So did I use up all? No, I still have some. Okay. Car decided to have a meltdown. Ooh, sorry to hear that. I've been in that boat before. It's never fun. Car broke down on the interstate with my entire family in it. Broke down on the side of the interstate in the darkest place that I've ever seen on an interstate in North Carolina at about 9:30 at night. And we even lost all power, so we weren't able to, we didn't even have any lights on in the cabin of the van. So, all right, I think the horde base is going to stand up to one more night of the kind of hordes that we've been seeing. I think I might want to, before the horde night actually hits, I do want to probably break off that ledge up there. I've been trying to get rid of it for some reason. I can't seem to hit it. I'll bring those two torches down a little bit, and same thing on this side. And I'm going to put more of the railing around out here so that I can shoot straight down instead of having to look over the edge there. But for right now that we know that that's at least in good enough shape to fight the battle tonight, I'm going to head back over to the base and grab some stuff to sell, and we'll go over to the trader. Ow. Oh, crap. Oh, and all I brought were those, these. Oh, I'm going to be overhydrated. All right. Oh. I just realized you're not even seeing this. Oh, geez. This is the problem with me being being new to this. Oh, I wish that y'all had been seeing that. Okay. So, for those of you just joining us, I've already started the day. What happens when you're trying to rush around and learn something new while doing all of this stuff. So, okay, so back to where I was. The horde base is pretty much good to go. I am going to go ahead and extend that railing out if I have time so that we can see over the edge there. And apologize that we're already partway into the day for this one. I got caught up having a chat here and having a good time and realized I hadn't even switched the screen yet. So, oh well, live and learn, right? You didn't miss a whole lot. It was just a couple of zombies and hammering away on some blocks to fix them up. So haven't missed anything big yet. Coming back to the base right now to grab some stuff to sell, and gonna also grab some regular water. That way I don't have... What happened to the rest of those? Where'd they go? Did I put them in the bike? I must have. All right, well, I'm going to grab some regular stuff here because I'm overhydrated right now. And if we get lit on fire again, I want to actually grab a full stack here. Leave a few. All right, we're going to grab what we can to sell. Got everything in here. And let's see if there's anything. I don't even have time to go through my inventory most of the time to see what I can sell. This series is so fast paced that by the time I get home and I get settled, I don't have time to even look through what I have and find out if there's, you know, sort through anything, find out if there's anything worth selling. It's stressful at times. It's legitimately stressful to play this series. All right. I always forget which side the door's on. It's right here. All right. Always like to leave a few there. So we'll go ahead, head over to the trader here real quick, and then I'm looking for a shovel. If I can find a shovel, then that'll be helpful because I want to start digging out more here. We got a lot of digging to do to get that long-term horde base set up. I would actually love to survive long enough in this game to I would love to survive long enough in this game to be able to get that base built and just see how it'll do. I am using a level 2 hammer and I have a level 3 in my chest. Of course I am. We'll say it's on purpose. And I didn't even bring any of my tokens with me either. See, this is the kind of rush that I get into. Oh well, let's sell what we can. And right, we'll at least have something here. So I have a couple of pair of these things, I believe. So I fixed this one up, got a lot more for it. We'll sell that. Sell all of these parts. I generally don't do much with parts. At least it's going to be a long time in the series before I can actually really do anything with them anyway. So will he buy this? No. Okay. I'm going to throw that away.
Great doing business with you. Come on, friend.
Got a comedian, huh? Yeah, I try to be funny most of the time. I'm only funny by accident. But I'll take that. It's better for you guys. I'm sure there's comedy in my inadvertent folly as well. So at least y'all get that out of me too. Again, I'm in a rush. I didn't look at his inventory, and I believe he may have restocked since the last time I was here. I don't remember when I came in last. Shovel. Do you have a shovel? You have an iron shovel, and I can actually afford it right now. We're going to go ahead and buy it because I need that. Thank you. You just made survival a little bit easier. I'll even close your door for you. All right. Turn off the flashlight. We don't need that. We don't need it to draw any unnecessary attention to us either. All right. I'm going to go hit a POI first. We'll just find something here in town, just a house or whatever that we haven't been through. I want to do that first. That way, if I don't get back in time, I can still just stop in at the base, grab the AK, and have everything that I need for the Horde Night. If we do get back in time, then I can go ahead and do a little digging on the new base and get a little bit of that out of the way. That's going to be terribly thrilling for people watching, I know, but you know, it's one of those things that has to be done. We're playing this live, and it's one of the consequences of it. So just looking for the right house to hit here. I want something decent, but a lot of times these burned out ones are kind of hard to find something decent. And there's no way that I'm getting the whole way through one of these strips right now. But yeah. How about, have we been in here? I think I said I wanted to come in here, but I don't remember if we actually did. I don't think so. All right, Bernie. Down you go. Sit, boy. Oh, crap. Well, at least he didn't set me on fire that time. Alright, I did not hit this car. I know that I've been over this way. I don't remember if I actually hit anything. So, alright, well, let me drop a few things off here. And we'll head on inside. Don't need any of this stuff. Don't need the shovel. Might end up needing the rest of it. Well, I don't need that. Alright, got 102 frames, so I won't need the wood. Let's get inside. One of us is going to have to... Well, I am open to about rescheduling the streams. I'm always open to the idea. I'm trying to find out what's going to work best for me, what's going to get me the the best opportunity to have people join. So yeah, I saw you're empty. There we go. 2 for 1. Buy one, get one free. All right. And I hear another burn victim outside, so let's go ahead and take him down real quick so that he doesn't follow us in here. So what time do you normally do your streams? I only usually start the stream at 9:30. Okay. Well, I need to make it a point to view the streams of more people in general, and I will absolutely try to make yours when I can. I've been so busy trying to get things figured out as far as how I want to do things that I've at times feel like I've neglected some people who've really been big supporters. You have been one of my best. So, I don't want to be that guy. And I absolutely want to find out a lot more of the stuff that you do. I know you do PS4, right? All right, we made the jump. That's the sort of place where normally I'd end up dying, or at least getting hurt. Sorry, James. Hey, I'll take the level up. I will read what you just typed in a minute. Let me take out this guy. I hate these guys. Oh, really? I got infected from that. The guy barely scratched me. I'm not sure he broke the skin. Normally I don't keep the paper, but I figure I'm in a paper factory, warehouse, whatever. I might as well go ahead and hang on to it. Alright, there's cabinets. More jars. And scrap that and that. And let's go ahead and read this duckbill mod. I got the schematic for it, so that's good. And why do I have 2 hammers on me? And the other one is on my bike right now. Oh well. That's what we want down there right now. So, can't remember. Yep, that'll take it apart. Alright. What else do we have? Kitchen area. Let's hit the trash. If I'm not mistaken, paper is used for shotgun shells. Yes, it's used for shotgun shells. It's used for blunderbuss ammo as well. But I'm not really in a place to really start making it. And I really only use the shotgun a little bit when looting. For the most part, I use it on horde nights. It's from, I guess, back in my days of playing on the Xbox. Ammo for the shotgun tended to be fairly scarce, and so you generally don't use it all that much. But it seems to be a lot more more plentiful these days here in Alpha 18 and even back in Alpha 17. Almost unplayable. Yeah, as long as you've never played the PC version, I think that the console version isn't bad. But as soon as you've played the PC version or even watched videos of the PC version, it becomes really difficult to stay interested. I'm not overly familiar with the upper floors of this. Oh, there we go. The upper floors of this place, so I'm not sure where I'm going at the moment. I think this seems right. There we go. Maybe I just cheesed my way past a whole bunch of stuff up here. I don't know. Honestly, I don't care. It's Blood Moon Blitz. I have to go quick anyway, so if it looks right, I'm doing it. Come on, there's got to be somebody up here. Oh, there's a staircase. That's probably the right way. Take that way down. Oh, we do have a plug. And we got the beanie mod or stocking cap mod or whatever they call it in this game. Alright, let's get into these. Yep. Alright, Shamway first because it's usually pretty boring. Working stiff, sledgehammer. You really got to start giving me something better, game. Alright, ammo pile. You know, for loot abundance being up the way we have it, you would expect that I'd get better stuff that is... Oh, a level 2 AK. Okay, that I can take. That's good right there. It's the first really good one that I've seen for a little while here, and all I have right now is a level 1 with some mods on it. So, happy to finally get a better AK. And, oh, okay, so the game's doing me some favors now. Okay, so advanced muffler mod. Okay, advanced connectors, muffled connectors. Contact grenade schematic. We've got another junk turret, some leather boots, not as good as what we're wearing right now. Water purifier mod. I believe I already have one of those. And then some more ammo. So, all right, I'll take it. But it's already 1500. We have 7 hours to get back home, get things settled, sorted, whatever. That's where we already were. So, okay. That's it. That is the entire peel. Hey, crap. Whew. Didn't break anything. And I hear something out here, so... Ah, trying to get through right there. Nice shooting, Tex. There we go. All right. I do have... Of course, I left the shovel outside. I'm going to run and grab that really quick and break up some of this stuff in here. Because I do need some more cobble. And hopefully at some point here I'll have access to a cement mixer. So... I can't really drop anything off either, so let's scrap that, drop that. I don't really want to scrap anything else, but I can combine that. Okay. Well, let's go in and get some stuff here and then get as much as we can, head back home, grab our... Yep. These things are awesome. The amount of XP that you get out of these rolls is fantastic. You can come into one of these places and pretty much level up just off of the XP on these things. This is almost as good as the trick for getting stones out of the brick piles at construction sites. Almost that good. There are some carpet rolls that you can do this to as well. But at some point you can use junk turrets. You know what? I love the junk turrets. I got so used to playing without them in console version that I don't think about it most of the time. I know I should. I absolutely should. And I've started to in my Badlands series, but not so much here in the Blood Moon Blitz one. I don't even know if I've ever even carried one in this series. But I'll see if I have any ammo made for it, and if I do, we'll go ahead and use him. Maybe we'll use him tonight. Alright, I do need to use some honey when I get back to the base. Because that infection is climbing. Hey, there's trash right there. Oh, nice. And I've got nowhere to put it. What's going to go away? Clay soil. Don't need you. Can take you, can take you. We can take everything. Alright, that should be just about everything aside from getting polymers out of these boxes. I might break up a couple of stacks here. Not gonna... Well, I don't have any room for polymers. So... let's see. Gothic boots sell for 55. Those sell for 80. That sells for 23. We'll go ahead and scrap it. If I recall correctly, when I went to build the bicycle, I found myself, unfortunately, very short on polymers and had to run all over the place trying to find them. That could have been in the Badlands series. I don't remember. But I do recall that happening, so, I'll go ahead and take them while they're available to me. Because it would not fail that the moment that I need them is the moment that I wouldn't be able to find a POI that had any boxes in it. Let's see. Okay, so you were talking about the PS4 version glitching and getting killed really easily. There really weren't any issues with that particular thing on the Xbox version, but the Xbox suffered from the infamous MD5 issue where... Oh, hey, there's some more cobble. With the MD5 issue was basically where there's a checksum in the system basically that would get out of sync, and you'd come into your base or some POI or whatever, and it would be fully reset or halfway reset, or sometimes it would just completely corrupt entire game files, and you'd lose it all and you'd have to start over. So my brother and I spent somewhere in the vicinity of 550 hours on the Xbox version we had a huge base. The apartment building in Navezgane that's right along the river in the desert, right where the Fates Motel is now in Alpha 17, Alpha 18. We took that over on day one and built an absolutely enormous base out of this thing. I mean, we took over the bottom 2 or 3 floors and broke it all down so that we could build a garage in there so that we could just ride our mini bikes right in. We had battle stations off of the front and back, off of the second floor for the front and back, that we could just walk right on out to, ladders coming down from the 7th floor to be able to get to everything, and took over the entire 7th floor and knocked all the walls out. We had a safe room in the back that had all of our ammo and everything in it that was surrounded by concrete and steel so that we didn't run the risk of losing anything if a zombie managed to get in there. So yeah, it was pretty crazy. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and drop stuff off here, and to answer your question, what am I gonna do when Alpha 7 or Alpha 19 hits? I don't know. Truthfully, I don't know what I'm gonna do at that point. I mean, I can probably put off the upgrade for a little while, but I don't know how long I'll be able to do that. So I don't know, with 2 series going right now and that looking like it's going to be out pretty soon, it's a little disappointing that I'm probably going to end up having to start over, but at the same time there's freedom in that. I get the ability to start something new. I've already got an idea for something else that I want to do, so it's definitely not going to be the end of the world having to start over. There is the level 3 that you were talking about. All right, so let's see. I don't need any food, I don't believe. I don't need any water. Well, actually, I'm a little bit low on food, surprisingly. So let me go ahead and got some canned stuff over here. Or was it here? It was right here. Got a ration. I'll just go ahead and use one of those. There's my red tea. I was wondering where that got to. That's what I always carry. Grab the rest of this ammo. And we'll grab the grenades and Molotovs just in case. Grab the medical supplies. We've got our regular bandages. Full stack of those. So I'm going to go ahead and got stuff on the... Do I have anything on here right now? I want to grab some of this and use it for some junk turd ammo. Alright, so scrap that. And let's get a move on. Honey, thank you. Thank you very much for the reminder. I need honey. Alright. Whew. You got my back, Kathy. Thank you. Alright. Yeah. I got some stuff on the bike that I want to get off of here real quick. I don't think I'm going to be able to build that railing around the top today, but oh well. I'm just going to drop this in the drop chest that's right here. Take the wood with me. Right, and that and that. Arrows. Don't need arrows. Did I drop stone crossbow bolts, though, when I thought they were arrows? Bolts, bolts, bolts. Yes, I did. Alright. I've got... well, I thought I had more ammo on me than that. Do I not have any more? Oh, I feel like I'm cutting this way too close now. And I shouldn't have been. I don't have any other ammo than that. I thought I did. Okay, guess it's going to be me and the shotgun tonight. Yeah, I know I don't have zombies until 2200, but that clock counts down quick. It's already 2100 now. So I want to get over there, make sure that I'm up on top. And apparently there's a wandering horde right there too. So, and I don't have any more spikes that I built either. So, oh, that's a big horde. I have to do it. I have to do it. Oh, that's a big horde. And I know this is foolish, because I don't have that much ammo, but I'm going to have to kill them anyway. They're going to be there. There we go. I mean, they're going to show up anyway, so might as well go ahead and do it. And I don't have any time. So let me go ahead and just grab that. We got a farmer. Alright, let's get up here before it gets too late. And it's already time. Oh, crap. I built that railing over top of it last time. Oh, I'll just leave that there then. Okay. Oh, right there. They can just break it out from underneath. That's fine. See? That's why I wanted to get over here faster than I did. Holy cow. And I fully expect that they're going to actually take blocks out tonight. They haven't been able to do that through the first two hordes, but this should be a sizable one. Alright, let me get my AK down here. I don't need the club right now. And let me get some junk turret ammo going too. Alright, so I can do that, and got some ammo. I'm going to have to find some POIs that are going to be good for ammo loot here in the next couple of days. You know. And we got a dog. A couple of dogs. Oh, jeez. Hey, that's the first vulture that we've had on a horde night. Don't ask me why that just killed my frame rate either. Alright, Pooch. There you go. Big Mama, you're getting way too close to my platform. Down. Alright, what do we have over here? Anything beaten on the outside? Doesn't look like it. They're all gathered under here so far, which is good. Alright, switch back to the shotgun. I got a group of them here. Roger. I wish you could see the crosshair a little bit better. Like, maybe make it red or something on Horde Night. Or just at night in general. Hey, there's a loot bag. Alright. Y'all are getting way too high here. Go away. I can't remember if I can throw Molotovs down through the railings or not. I don't think I can. I only have one of them, but... Alright, let's see. We've got our junk turret ammo going, so let's go ahead and get him down here. And we'll get him loaded. And can we put you right here? Why won't you? There you go. Alright. You take out anybody else who comes in. I'll get everybody who's down there right now. Pretty good size horde tonight. A couple more loot bags. So far the hordes have been... They've had a decent number, but they've been done, or good density, but they've been done by 12, 15. Both times. So let's see if this one lasts. Oh, it's already lasted longer. Oh, they're getting up here and hitting my platform. Getting some shots in up high here. I don't like that. And they've taken out the block below Junksimus too. So I knew that they were going to probably be good enough to start taking out blocks. So I think most of the next episode, unfortunately for everybody who's watching, is going to end up being me digging out the new horde base. Alright, back to the shotgun. Oops. You know, I really liked the way that this, keep hitting that trigger twice. I really liked the way that this horde base ended up turning out, and the fact that basically just using a burned out shell of a house, one corner of the house still standing, and it was good enough to get through 3 hordes. 1:30 in the morning, and I believe we're done. I don't think Junction has ever fired a single shot, because as soon as I put him down, they all started coming from this side. But oh well, maybe we'll put out a second one. If I think I have another one back at the base, maybe we'll put out a second one, especially if I have to do one more horde night over here. That kind of scares me, because they're getting up here. They've done damage to 4 of the blocks of my platform up here. Do I have my knife on me? Yeah, I do. So let me go ahead and cut him up, get these feathers and the meat and everything. All right, let's get down here, get the loot bags. First, we got a lot of dogs to cut up. So plenty of leather, plenty of bones, plenty of decaying flesh here. Definitely the most dogs I've had in a horde for a while. And I mean, that includes not just the ones that I'm doing here online, but, personal playthroughs and everything. Haven't seen this many dogs for a little while. Yeah, I know that I need to get a cage on here for the birds, but it's just, it all comes down to being a function of time, and there's just not enough of it. I mean, I liked the idea when I started out, but it's gotten pretty stressful. It's gotten really stressful, actually. Oh, steel sledgehammer. Sweet. I don't like the sledgehammer for a melee weapon, but if I'm going to get used to using it, that's the one I'm going to use. All right, so I don't like how damaged this is right now. So what I think I'll do is I can get at least one more night out of this, one more horde night. So I think I'm going to go ahead and kind of make this a solid, maybe a solid 9x9 right here. That way they can knock parts out to their heart's content, and I'm not gonna run the risk of losing my base. I think I'll probably end up doing that. I thought about it, but didn't remember that I thought about it until just now. So, all right, let's get back home and get into the safety of our little room up here. And let's grab these. Come back and get stuff out of there in a little bit. Don't walk off the edge. All right, so yeah, I built that wall up there because I was just getting a horde coming in and trying to damage the place. It seemed like every night, all of a sudden. So I put that wall up. It's been a little bit better since then. All right, let's put back the ammo I don't want to carry, and all of the other stuff too. Just want the shotgun and the pistol. Don't need all of the crossbow stuff. Actually, we'll hang on to them for now. Where did it just put that? Up there. Okay. Put down all of this stuff. And that, and that. All right. I think that's good for now. And with it being close to 4 o'clock already, we'll go ahead and we will call this one a day. So thank you very much for watching. Those of you who are catching this on the rerun, and we'll see you in the next episode. If you're not doing anything next Monday night, come join us on the live stream. Thanks a lot. All right, so that's it for Blood Moon Blitz, and that's it for 7 days for now. Gonna go ahead and stop the recording on that one. And the other thing that I wanted to do here and there's a game that just came out, or not just came, it's been out for a while, but it's been free for the last week or so on Epic Games. And so I went ahead and downloaded it and played it, and good game. Yeah, thank you very much, Kathy. That was a lot of fun, and it was a lot of fun to have somebody to talk to while I was going through that. It's not something that I'm used to, so at least not, you know, in this context. I like I said, I played with my brother on console for a good year and a half, several hours, 2 nights a week, and ended up getting to about 550, maybe close to 600 hours that we got into that game. And that was always a lot of fun. It was always a good time to share that with somebody else. So thank you for being in here tonight. You're welcome to obviously stick around until we're done here. I know you're a little on the tired side, it sounds like. So I am going to fire up this other game, though. It's called Death Coming, and it's a really interesting puzzle game where basically the premise of this game is that you die and you meet death, and he gives you the option of coming back, but in order to do that, you have to become his partner. And now you have to go around finding ways to kill other people, and it's a very cartoony game. I tried it last night, and it was so much fun that I wanted to go ahead and play it on here and see what other people thought about it, what other people had to say about it. So I will actually go ahead and start recording this separately as well. And who knows, maybe we can get this up as a separate video as well. All right, we're going to go ahead and switch over to this screen. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and start with a new game. Save file will be erased, that's fine. So we'll go ahead fresh on this from the beginning. And it's just so much, it's like the sadistic kind of fun. I really enjoyed it. So let's go ahead and get into it. That doesn't get answered yet. I have not been able to figure out what that girl has to do with anything in here. You are dead indeed. In the background, you despicable soul. All right, we're going to skip past this stuff. So basically, this is the kind of the training menu or mission here, where you kind of learn how to do things, and we'll try to get through this as quickly as we can. So, as it says, you get death traps, and you kind of have to poke and prod and find your way through the game and find out what you can use as a weapon and what you can use to kill somebody. So, you know, things that you might think you'd be able to use to kill somebody, you click on it and it tells you if you can or whatever. So, and there you go. It's like this is kind of like The Sims meets Animal Crossing meets Grand Theft Auto. There's some elements of Postal in here as well. Have I ever played any other survival games? Actually, I've started playing one that's in early access right now. It's not even in early access, actually. It's not coming out to early access for a little while. It's called Jaws of Extinction. You can get it on Steam, but it's unlisted. You have to be able to find it. And I think it's $20 for that one. So I went ahead and got in early on that one because I wanted to find out what it was like. So far, I mean, graphically, it's all right. Gameplay, it's all right. There's a lot of polish that's still needed for it. So I was going to go ahead and do an early video for it, but it's still too unpolished to do that. So I've been sitting on that one, waiting for that to actually get better, waiting for them to continue to improve it. and I'd like to see where that one goes. I've got Withstand. I have not played it yet. And a few other ones, New Frontier and a couple of other things that I've found that I'm really interested in trying out. Just don't have time to do that right now with 2 series going on with the live streaming now. Conan Exiles, I actually was really interested in trying that one out at some point. I like the, from what I've seen on the building that you can do in that, the base building and that sort of thing, it seems to be a very well polished set of mechanics for base building. So definitely something I'm interested in looking at. All right, so let's continue on here. So in particular, I'm going to need 3 high-value souls. There are people you have to kind of target to kill in this game, so it's definitely a very morbid game, but they do it in such a fun and cartoony way that you don't even feel like you're killing anybody. So you'll, oh, I just missed him, but I can do that. Oh, you have to click these things twice, and I keep forgetting about that. There we go. Now she's gone, and got him. All right. I absolutely will check out your channel. Could you go ahead and post a link here in the chat? It's going to try and moderate it, but I'm going to go ahead and approve it. Go ahead and post that link, and then I'll get to it. I think I've checked your Twitter profile, and I don't know if you have a link on there. I can't remember. Why did that just go out of the game? Oh well. There we go. All right. Life is like a game. You are just an NPC. So we've got some aliens coming in now. So what other content creators do you enjoy watching? And what do you like about each one of those? Alright. So this is where the game gets fun. I get to just, you know, start to randomly kill people off. Like right here. Drop a sign on a bunch of cheerleaders. Alright, this poor sap under here. Never saw it coming. And I love this one. We got the peeping Tom up here. And that was one of the high value targets. So that was one of the 3 that I had to target. And I just opened up the window, saw the alien inside, scared him to death. Alright, what else we got here? Let's wait for, can we get, no, don't get out of the pool. Get in the pool. Alright, can we get a 3rd one in there? There we go. Oh, and these are fun too, if you can get the traffic light in at the right time. Oh! Missed it and scared him away. Alright. What flavor ice cream can we get you? How about vanilla? Yeah, Glock and Cap are pretty much the the kings of the road here. But you know, I enjoy watching them. I started off watching them actually, and that's kind of what got me into wanting to do this, was watching those 2 in particular. I didn't really discover Josh Jawoodle until after I'd already started doing this, and so I've been binging his stuff a lot lately. But you ever watch any of his? The one thing I haven't been able to figure out with this game is at what point is the level over? That sign's got to come off. I need somebody to walk under it. No, it doesn't. I know this does. Good, I got 2 people standing on 3. Oh, nice. Said 3 or 4. Said 3, but I could have sworn there were 4 there. Alright. Mrs. Zhu is too old-fashioned to buy a mobile phone. Don't know exactly what that's supposed to mean, but... Alright, let's see if I can do this. That's what I want! Oh! Timed it perfect. Oh, but she got away. Oh, she's one of them I needed that... Got her! Got her! His accent's hard to understand. And he talks fast and constantly. You know, I watch him and I'm like, if he was the first one that I watched do this, I would never have believed that I would have actually been able to get on here and do any kind of streaming or anything like that, because I would have thought that they all needed to be, you know, every content creator needed to be like him. And there's no way that I would have been able to do that. I don't have that personality. So I'm glad that I discovered Cap and Glock first, Cage848 and Skippy, whatever it is, I can't remember what his name is, those guys as well. All right, looks like 18. So what else do we have? How else can we kill random people? Can't do anything there, nothing there. Oh. You can see the game is a lot of fun, but I can probably get frustrated. Oh, yes, there's this one too. Sorry. Oh, no, don't. Okay. Forgot you have to click it twice. He just got up at the right time. I don't want him, so let's see if he sits back down here. I missed this one yesterday. There we go. Got him. Missed her with the manhole cover, though. Alright, anything with the traffic light we can do. So, why are these packages sitting around here? There we go. Okay, that one will fall. Are we gonna go up the road here? Missed it. Oh, come on, it totally got her. Oh, well. And who's the other one? I cannot find this person. Yeah, Josh is an interesting guy. I've interacted with him a little bit on Twitter. He's definitely a unique person in the content creation space. So how do I do something with this thing? I know I can. Got to be able to. All right, I'm out of ideas here. Oh, almost. For right now, that's the only time I'm going to be streaming, yeah. Mondays are, you know, right now I've got a commitment to kind of doing content 2 or 3 times a week. And that's a lot at this point. I mean, I've got 4 kids, a wife and 4 kids here, plus a dog too. And one of my kids is a teenager. She plays softball, so she's playing softball year round. It's not just a spring sport for her. So we tend to be on the go quite a bit. So and unless and until I start getting a large number of subscribers and actually start making some money off of this. It's hard for me to justify doing any more times. Now, as far as only streaming on Monday night, I don't know how things are going to change when we get to Alpha 19. It's possible that I might just do for a while at least, do just some one-off videos for the regular videos, and I might just go ahead and do some streaming, and just work from that space for a little while. So I think Alpha 19, like I said, it's kind of a clean slate for all of us. So it's gonna let everybody kind of take a step back and look for something different to do. And I'm actually excited about that. Aside from the fact that it's going to kill 2 series, I am excited about the fact that I'm going to be able to reevaluate. I think that after the first, I started doing this at the end of January, so February, March, April, coming up toward the end of May now. So I've been doing this for about 4 months. So, call it 5 months, I guess, when Alpha 19 comes out. 4.5, 5 months. So that's a good chance for me, a good time for me to take a step back from it and see what's been working, what hasn't, and see if there's any way that I can change things up and get something more exciting going on. So, and I want to branch out into other games. But 7 Days has been a favorite of mine for a long time, and I think that there's a really good community around 7 Days. So it's been something that I've really enjoyed doing content for so far, but eventually I'll have to do other things. I've got a couple one-off ideas that I want to do, so some fun things there, and a couple just missed it. A couple of series ideas that I've even got, but I don't know when I'm going to go ahead and start those. I will only do one series at a time going forward, so once either I die in Blood Moon Blitz or Alpha 19 comes out, even if I continue the Blood Moon Blitz concept and maybe tweak it a little bit, maybe do a season 2 in it, there will only be one recorded, like hardcore recorded series going on, like I'm doing with the Badlands right now. It's too much to do 2 of those and streaming, but I want to get into the streaming side of it more, because I want to be able to interact with people. Yeah, I saw Glock's episode, and I know that the Fun Pimps did just post that they are going to be pushing out Alpha 19 fairly soon, and he talked pretty extensively about that. But guys like him who are going to get a little bit more advanced warning, gives him a little bit more time to be able to plan something, kind of a grand finale, I guess, or whatever. So he's in a good spot for that. Oh, I agree. Streaming's easier than recording, because recording is only the first part. Recording is the easy part. It's the editing afterward and getting an hour-long episode down to 20 to 30 minutes. That's the hard part. And I've tried different angles on different things, and I've gotten a lot of feedback from a number of different people. Dez has been a big help. Dez Does Gaming has been a huge help for me, because he's still on the smaller side, growing pretty rapidly at this point, but he's still on the smaller side as far as streamers go, and he gave me a lot of good tips that he had just recently implemented. So that grinding and growing is something that he's still in the middle of, so he's able to speak to that a lot easier than a Glock, a Cap, a Jawoodle, a Cage, those guys who already are in the tens, if not hundreds of thousands of subscribers and are already making a good bit of money off of this. Yeah, I'm not familiar with Share Factor. Are you sharing directly from the PlayStation, or are you running it through a PC and then sharing from there? Because we can use Twitch or Mixer to do live streaming on the Xbox. I'm not familiar with how it's done on the PlayStation though. Oh yeah, I forgot there's coconuts that I can drop off of these trees. So I've got those. I've got some more manhole covers here. That's one. Alright, you can come back out. I'll drop this one on you. There we go. The reason I went with YouTube over Twitch was basically because I'm already doing content for YouTube, so I didn't want to do the streaming out on Twitch and then have to kind of redirect everybody back over to YouTube. If you're watching my live stream on YouTube, you're right there on the channel already. So hopefully that will start to, as more and more people come in here and word gets out, that'll continue to build up the subscriber base. I'm the guy who right now is getting excited about the fact that I added 4 subscribers in the last week, which is a huge jump for me because I only have 36 right now. So, 1 out of every 9 of my subscribers just joined this week. So, and I had stagnated for a good month where it got to 33, sat there, dropped down to 31, bumped up to 32, and it stayed in that range for over a month. And I was getting stressed. I was getting frustrated by it. I was letting it get into my head a little bit. But then, several other people came in and joined, and meanwhile I had a bunch of people continuing to pump me up a little bit and remind me that this is a long race. This isn't not a sprint. It's not even a marathon. It's much longer than a marathon, to be able to get to a goal of monetization or something like that. All right, I've clearly killed all of the easy ones. Oh, you were supposed to turn the other way. I don't know how to get the bees out of the tree. There we go. Didn't work last night, but hey, that just took them all out. Apparently every one of those cheerleaders was allergic. So. It's not the kind of game that I would sit here and play for a long time, but it's the kind of game that I could easily lose myself in for an hour or 2 hours. Definitely something that's good for this kind of streaming. It's, I can kind of play mindlessly while I'm talking, and it's still enjoyable for everybody who's watching too. So, okay, so you said I'm not a professional gamer by any means, but I'd love to play, so I stream what I do, and people either like it or they don't. But I think I'm going to stick with YouTube. Yeah. And that's a really good way to look at it. And I got into this with the hope of going the route of being able to make some money off of it. This is a partial or part of the overall endeavor for me. I've been looking into doing a lot more media production, something that I've always been interested in. And this is an avenue toward getting me to that as well. Whether that's just a part-time thing that I do on the side, or if it's eventually becomes a career change, I don't know. I mean, I enjoy what I do right now. I'm a software engineer, but I've always been an artistic person, and I've always had a good eye for framing shots, whether it's photography or videography. And I've always enjoyed being creative with things like that. So, and I'm also a writer, so script writing, that sort of thing, it all kind of comes together in the idea of media production, video production. So this is just kind of one part of that, looking into also doing podcasting and other things like that. So this has been a warm-up. It's a way for me to kind of get the creative juices flowing, to come out of my shell a little bit, because until 5 or 6 years ago I was a complete total introvert, and I still have a lot of those tendencies. So for me to be getting on camera, doing this live, this was a big step for me. I have never enjoyed looking into a camera. So it's kind of weird talking to a tiny little piece of glass rather than to a human being. So getting used to things like that, and this has been a way for me to do that as well. But I really truly enjoy doing gaming content. I've really found a lot of enjoyment out of this, but I got to make some money at it, because I kind of made that deal with my wife. that we would go about this endeavor with the idea that the plan was to make some money off of this, whether it's to pay for colleges for the kids or whatever. There would be some kind of a return on this if I have anything to say about it. So that's one of the reasons why I take it as seriously as I do. Took me a while to work up to him finally. Yeah, I absolutely get that. It's I've watched content 7 days and other gaming stuff for quite a long time, and I've always wanted to get more into this, but I always have that fear that I'm not a person who likes to be the center of attention. And so it was really, really, really hard for me to begin even to consider getting in front of a camera or even just recording my voice on these things while I'm doing a playthrough, because I always feel like, I'm going to do something wrong or whatever. I always talk myself down and talk myself out of it. So it took a lot of work for me to get to the point where I would even be willing to give it a try. And you can see that and you can hear that if you go back to the very first video that I posted. It's Badlands Episode 0 is what I ended up calling it. You can see just how bad it was. And when I did that one, I realized just how much of an investment it was going to be as well, because I didn't have a PC that was going to be able to do this long term. I didn't have a good microphone. I didn't have any of the hardware that you would need to do all of this stuff. The only thing I had was the lighting. And that's just because my wife used to sell LuLaRoe, and she did a lot of photography of the clothing that she was selling. So we have these lights left over from that. Borrowed the green screen behind me here from my next door neighbor, who's a professional photographer. So, just a few things came together that I didn't have to spend a ton of money on things right up front. But yeah, I mean, it's a big investment to be able to do this sort of thing. So it's thought I was going to freak out. You could hear just how nervous I was talking in that episode. You could hear the nerves. It was like that kid who goes up to do the speech in front of his entire school for the first time ever, and he's never spoken in front of people his entire life, and all of a sudden he's got to go out there and speak to 1,500 kids, and we all know kids can be cruel. So I basically felt like that. I sounded like it. I knew I did. And so I went back and watched that myself and was able to kind of work through some of those things and figure out how to calm my nerves, how to make this just another thing that I do. And I'm a people manager too. I'm a software engineer, and I manage a team of right now 14 or 15 people. So it's not that talking to people is something that I don't do on a regular basis, but to do that in that space, that's something new. It's something that was a huge leap forward for me and a huge challenge for me. So I'm happy with where I am at this point. I feel like I've come a long way in a short time. Now, if I could just get the subscriber base to continue to grow at the same rate that I feel like I've grown, then that would be a wonderful thing. But thank you to you and to a few other folks who have gone out of their way. I'm going to call them out right now: Dervesp, Vicious Violet, Des Gaming, you, Kathy, and several other people, Mental Ninja 33, Captain Whisker Biscuits, people who have gone out of their way to retweet my videos and kind of feel like I've really become part of that community in a very short time, which has been fantastic. Spartan 85, another one. Different talking to people than talking at them. Yes. I was nervous about streaming. I was somewhat relieved that I didn't have anybody really showing up to the first stream. I had one person, and I've got one tonight. But it was kind of relieved because I didn't really know what to say and how to start talking and how to start going about everything. It was, I was going in blind. Honestly, I have never sat down and watched somebody do streaming. live prior to going live myself last week. So I didn't even know what to expect. I didn't know what to do with OBS here to do all the overlays and everything. I had nothing set up pretty much. I had the green screen behind me and my logo back there, and that was literally it. I had no clue what was going on. So I mean, it's a big difference between last week even and this week. I mean, now I feel like, you know, I've got a decent looking setup here for anybody who wants to come in and watch, and I feel like it's not going to look like amateur hour. So that was, you know, that's something that I take a lot of pride in, is appearance of something that I'm putting out there as a product. I believe if it's got my name on it, if it's got my face on it, I'm going to give it everything. I'm going to do everything that I possibly can to make that a great experience for the people who are consuming it, and a great experience for me. And I do the same thing in my day job. I will make sure that anything that I put out is of the highest quality, and when it's not, I take that personally. So, you know, I wanted to make sure that this was a good production for everybody who wanted to stop in. Know all of them personally. That's cool. That's really cool to be able to form that kind of a relationship, or even if they're people who you've had those relationships with before they subscribed. It's funny because most of the people who I know in real life don't even know that I do this. The vast majority of the people who I know in real life have no clue that I'm even doing gaming content out on YouTube. Part of that is just that this is an area of my life that I've kind of kept segmented from everything else. And gaming was a very personal thing for me for a long time. And now that it's becoming a public thing, these are people who don't know anything about that gaming part of my life to begin with. So I actually kind of, in some ways, I'm afraid some of them aren't going to understand that I'm doing this for more than just fun. This isn't just me being, you know, quote unquote immature and playing games as a grown man. That there's actually more to it. So I haven't really publicized this with my, you know, 700 friends on Facebook. I think I've invited maybe 10 to 15 of them to even like the page that I've got out there. So why are you not advertising your channel? I'm trying to find out the best avenue for that. You know, I've done a little bit on Twitter, and Facebook is kind of the place where I have the biggest group of people who know me personally. So I've kind of actually avoided advertising it there. But if I can go out on Twitter, and I've got a couple of different Twitter accounts. There's also a little bit of a conflict in my head right now. Not that I feel any guilt or any shame over this, but I don't know how other people are going to take it, in that I am an ordained minister. I actually, it's just something that I take very, very seriously. I'm a Christian minister, and I have a lot of friends, real life friends and a lot of online friends who are also involved in ministry. And I'm not quite sure how they would how they'd be able to justify that in their minds. And so it's kind of one of the things that's made me want to keep this more quiet from the people I know, and just use this in getting into an avenue with people who don't know me. And not that I'm creating a persona. I am as genuine as Vandal6Actual as I am in my real life. I am the same person. One of the reasons why, you won't hear me using foul language on my broadcasts or in my videos. I just won't do it. I may, joke around with a little innuendo here and there, some, those sorts of things. I think every adult does that. And I've some of the best kind of questionable jokes that I've ever heard have come from ministers and pastors. So it's not that, we have to walk like we've got a board in our backs all the time and never put a foot wrong. But I just don't know how people are gonna kind of process through that in their minds. So I've tended to keep those two sides of my life kind of separate up to this point. So I'm trying to find other avenues to advertise the channel. I don't have the money to invest in actual advertising, especially when there's not going to be any return on investment for a while. It's going to be, I'm looking at probably 2 years minimum before I see a penny from any of this. Meanwhile, I'm going to continue to have to crank money in from time to time on new hardware. I want to get a Stream Deck so that I can do the transitions a lot easier, and several other things that I want to get. I need a new desk because I can't even connect the lights and the microphone stand. I've got this microphone is on an actual on the ground stand because this desk is not built in such a way that I can attach a clamp to the sides of it. So found that one out the hard way when I bought my first microphone. So I got to get a new desk. This chair is like 15 years old. There's a piece of the padding from the chair. It's literally falling apart. And with me being stuck at home, working from home for the last 2 months and for at least another month, possibly a month and a half here, maybe even longer than that, this chair is just going to continue to break down. So there's more that's got to be invested. I'm not getting anything back for it. So yeah, I would love to be able to put some money into advertising, but yeah. Are you good at building? Building what? Building like my own desk or something like that? I mean, if that's what you're talking about, I have a lot of the ability to do that and a lot of the tools. I don't have the time. We have too many. If I asked to be able to do that on a Saturday instead of getting one of the 8,000 projects done around the house that need to get done, yeah, I'd probably end up sleeping on the front porch for about a week. So. I mean, I advertise the videos on Twitter. Every video I do at least 2 tweets. I do the initial tweet when it gets released, and that's set up all through Hootsuite so that it goes out 5 minutes after the video goes live. And then I'll do it in case you missed it a day or two afterward as well. So, yeah, I mean, I'm definitely putting links out there. Maybe trying to form friendships with other people who will go ahead and retweet these things as well. So. Don't want to get sick. Yeah, I spent basically from the end of December through the middle of April. I was sick pretty much the entire way through. Not due to this, but I'm sure that the getting started with this didn't help matters. I wouldn't be surprised if I come to find out that I had coronavirus all the way back at the end of December. It was the sickest that I've been in probably 5 years. First fever I've had in over 5 years, and ended up going to not an emergency room, but going to an urgent care, which is something I don't normally do. So, yeah, I was pretty under the weather for a while, and I just never could get healthy. It's like I would get to a certain level and then just kind of level off there, and then I'd get sick again, and then I'd get back to that kind of I'm okay but not healthy, not well, and hover there for a while, and then get sick again. So. It was a rough 3.5 months for me, but I still was able to push forward with this. You can hear it if you go back and watch some of those videos during that time. You can hear just how congested I was and how little energy I had at the time. It was bad. Yeah, it wasn't even supposed to have come over here to the States until sometime in January, but I keep hearing more and more people saying that they think that they had it all the way back in December, so it's kind of making more and more sense to me that I probably did have it and just didn't know it, which speaks to the resiliency of the rest of my family, because, nobody else even got sick enough to notice. So. I have asthma. I've been an asthmatic my entire life, and even though I am also a runner, I haven't. I was injured after my last race back in November, and didn't run again until I think February or March. And so being down for so long, just compounded the problems. And I get bronchitis really easily to begin with because of being an asthmatic, but then going from that peak of fitness, running half marathons, and then suddenly not running for 8 weeks, 9 weeks, 10 weeks, 11 weeks, 12 weeks, your fitness level plummets at that point, and you actually end up worse off than you were. So it made for like this perfect storm of problems that I had. Yeah, I agree. The thing about medicine is they really don't know. They just guesstimate. Yeah, I completely agree with that statement. And a lot of times they just, part of the problem is with the way insurance is, at least, here in the U.S. is, and I assume that you're from the U.S. Never actually asked you that. But with the way that insurance is, they're trying to rush patients in and out of the building as quickly as they can, and so they're only treating the symptoms. And most doctors these days won't sit and talk with you long enough to find out what the actual problem is. And so they give you something to get rid of the cough. They give you something to treat the congestion, but half the time they just prescribe antibiotics, not even knowing if it's a bacterial infection or a viral infection. And so we are in a place now where antibiotics do very little for most of us, and nobody is ever really truly healthy anymore. Our diets are terrible, our sleeping habits are terrible, and I'm one to talk because I usually don't get to bed until 1:30 in the morning, and I've got to be up and online to lead a 7 o'clock meeting every morning. So my sleeping habits are terrible, but they've always been terrible. All right, I'm not done until I kill one more person in this game. I gotta get one more. There's gotta be somebody else I can bump off here. There we go. Got one. All right. I believe I'm going to call it an evening here, at least as far as the gaming part of this goes. So let's go back to the main menu. I think I'll pick up there where I left off. So, but I'll find out the next time I come in here and play this. I wish I was asleep at 7 o'clock in the morning. I used to sleep until about 7:30. But the team that I lead, a large portion of the team right now is based in India. And I'm on the East Coast here. So we're 11 and a half hours behind India. So when we're finishing up, when we're doing that meeting at 7 a.m., we've kind of made that sacrifice here in the U.S. Well, they're also making a sacrifice over in India because they're staying in the office until 6:30 to start the meeting. And so they're not leaving the office. It's a short meeting usually, but they're not leaving until 6:45, 7:15 sometimes in the evening. So, well, I have absolutely enjoyed chatting with you as well. This has been a lot of fun. Been fun to be able to play games while having a conversation again. So I'm going to keep doing this on Monday nights for now. When Alpha 19 comes out, I may revisit that schedule. But this gives me the ability to record Blood Moon Blitz during the live stream and then get it edited on Tuesday so it can go out on Wednesday, and then have time to do the Badlands editing as well, without taking up my entire week. So I'm going to continue to do this on Mondays, but that may change in the future. So I will absolutely keep everybody updated on that and make sure that everybody's aware. But yeah, this was a lot of fun. So thanks for stopping in. I know you said that you were going to stop in for a little bit, and you ended up staying the entire hour and a half here. So I very much appreciate that, and enjoyed the conversation very much. I'm going to go ahead and call it a night myself. So thank you for dropping by. Thanks to everybody who ends up watching this. I had a great time. I hope you all enjoy this as well. And we'll see